They're outstanding numbers.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capela checked in for Howard. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Johnson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Let's take a look at what the last month has looked like for the Bucks as far as NBA stats go. First in blocks, 4th in opponent points per game, and they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And to me, what jumps out is the blocks, because they're an intimidating team. They really control the paint. They like to physically dominate their opponent. And when they do that and they get a lot of block shots, obviously it gives their defense a ton of confidence. Now, he hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Man, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Here's Carter Williams following the score by Trevor Ariza. Carter Williams kicks to Carroll. Ilyasova is screen on Ariza. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Rockets leading by 4. We'll go to Dorisburg, who spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
Kevin, when addressing his game plan for today, he said there's just too much speed on the other side to make this a transition battle. He's confident they have an advantage in a half-court game, so that's the type of contest he'd like to take it to. We'll see how it works out for his club.
Thanks, Doris. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Take a look at the Cavaliers. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And checking out Milwaukee. Not really any threat right now, as their record showing a lot more losses.
When I look at Milwaukee, they've just never really found their groove this season. I mean, not yet anyway. They're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack right now.
Man, they don't have a lot of time left to find that groove, Clark. That's the problem. I mean, unless things really come together for them soon, I think they're going to stay in kind of that middle of the pack area the rest of the way.
And the Bucks miss again.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
And Walton kicks to Ariza. They set the screen to the paint. The kick out to Walton. 3-pointer. The rebound by the Bucks. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And it was so important for their bench to come in and play well in that game. I thought that was critical to the victory.
Well, they got contributions up and down the roster, and that's what you need. Everybody who stepped on the floor contributed.
5 on the clock. Mayo dishing to Henson.
Let's see some of the numbers here on O.J. Mayo. Now, last month turned out for him. He's putting up 10 points a night, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And, Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
Now, here's Walton. He has 6. Feeds it to Prigioni. Here's Capela. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Houston?
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
You see their early fouls here? They're having an impact so far.
Here's Carter Williams. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Carter Williams has got his first points in this one.
Well, he gets 1 to drop, but with just 1 make and 7 attempts, he really hasn't helped this team much offensively.
Walton with the ball. Pass to Capela. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Clark, you're right. The early fouls contributing to the deficit here in the first.
Yeah, I don't think they're moving their feet well enough, Kevin. I mean, when you foul, you're typically out of position and you're late. So they've got to anticipate better and then play defense without fouling. Stop using your hand.
I've seen that too. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Henson. Now here's Mayo. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Ilyasova sets a screen for Carter Williams. Ilyasova passes to Carter Williams. Mayo drives in, and that is good.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Carter Williams against Walton. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. 6 to shoot. 11 feet away. Goes up again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Rockets have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Okay, we're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter, really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Houston. Walton, he's in at point guard. Monty Eunice out there with Howard. Then there's Brewer. And it's Manning in at the small forward position. Here's Parker. Following the score by Houston. Walton with the steal. Here's Monty Eunice. Finishes the break with a slam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And if we see a few more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly. Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
The hook. Here's Walton. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And now it's an 11-point Houston lead.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker. And Walton sends it back. Rebound, Milwaukee.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Carter Williams goes back up, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, he earned that one, took the hit, and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Jones checked in for the Rockets. And then for Milwaukee, John Henson's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Antetokounmpo comes in for Damari Carroll, and Middleton subbed in for O.J. Mayo. Here's Antetokounmpo. He picked up 15 points in the last win against Sacramento.
Well, he was such a presence in the lane. He had 3 blocks, but it was more than that. It was just his force. I think he altered several shots as well.
6 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Bucks have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line. And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
Now the dish to Brewer. Pass to Howard. Low block shot on the way. That misses off the backboard. Bucks trail by 6. Antetokounmpo passes to Carter Williams. And Walton sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Bucks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Parker inside, defended by Jones. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Here's Henson. The rebound by Walton. Walton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes it to Mann. Rebound, Milwaukee. Carter Williams has got his 3rd rebound on the night. The Bucks shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. 18 feet out. That's good.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Rockets leading by 6. And here is Walton. He's got 8. In the corner, it's Brewer. No good from outside. Bucks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Parker dishes to Carter Williams. Back to Parker. Reverses. And he sinks the layup.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Walton. The pass to Mann. Back to Walton. And some nice passing there by Houston. Brewer, the pass to Walton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Manning. They get it back. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And now a look at Dwight Howard. Some stats on him. His stats have been pretty good the last few weeks. You can see he's showing up as one of the premier performers in the league. 6th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, he's done a nice job of creating good looks for himself.
And Steve, I think where he's ranked on the rebounding list tells you a lot about his game right now. I mean, he's a smash mouth glass eater.
And the Rockets making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Jay, in that last game against the Hawks, put on a show. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Now here's Howard. 20 points for him last game against Atlanta.
And don't forget about the incredible rebounding night for him, too. I mean, just devouring the glass all game long.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Shoots from 14. And another basket for Milwaukee.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
Great shooters, boy, can they make or break you down the stretch. Here's the league's top shooters right now. The 4th spot held by Dwight Howard.
He's so reliable offensively. I mean, it's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish them when you get them. He always seems to do that.
Carter Williams against Walton. Screen by Howard. They need this.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going. Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Walton dishes to Johnson. Back to Walton. Screen by Howard. In the corner, it's Brewer. Johnson outside. Lets it fly. And it doesn't even draw iron. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Now Carter Williams. He's got 5. Henson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Brewer with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And now that they have the lead, they might